How's it going? Are you so excited for our live video today? I know I am because it's going to be a really fun tutorial. I alluded to it last week. It's already been a week since last Wednesday when I talked about the really cool tutorial that we're going to do today. So I'm glad that you're joining me. I see that there's about 3 of you guys on right now. We're going to give it a few more seconds just to get some more people watching before we actually get into the live tutorial. So I actually have another poll for you guys. I am super curious. Last week we talked about when you decorate for Christmas, and actually most people said that they decorate the day after Thanksgiving. I kind of thought that the winning choice would be sometime mid-December. However, I'm excited that the majority of you guys agree with me and do the decorating the day after Thanksgiving. So today's poll is yes or no. Did you get one of the 12 Days of Christmas collections that we sold and sent a couple months ago? If so, I'm super curious to hear if you have already opened it or if you're waiting until the actual 12 Days of Christmas that starts on Christmas Day to open your 12 days. Go ahead and leave me a comment below. I would love to hear which camp you are in. And also, no spoilers if you did start opening your boxes already for those 12 days of Christmas. But I would really love to hear what your favorite goodies inside those boxes were and how you like those. Because this is a spoiler alert. I am currently working on putting together something similar, but for Valentine's Day. So that's exciting. I'll have more information for that in the next few weeks. But for the poll today, yes or no, did you get 12 Days of Christmas box? Melissa said she didn't get one. That's sad, Melissa. We only had a few and they sold out really, really fast. But make sure and tune into these and I'll let you know when our Valentine's Day box comes out because it's going to be freaking awesome. And it's going to be basically the same kind of thing, but for Valentine's Day. And hopefully we can get you in on that one. Awesome. I am glad to hear that you're waiting until the 25th. I'm super excited to see how that goes. Go ahead and feel free, if you guys are waiting until the 25th, feel free to post pictures and stuff into our group, our Facebook group, to share your unboxing. I feel like if we wait until the 25th and everybody starts posting, then it's not really a spoiler for anybody who was already waiting. So let's see. Hello. Oh, yes, Adriana. I remember that you were talking to me, messaged me or something about wanting to get an extra one, and sadly we had sold out. But definitely look forward to the Valentine's box. It's going to be really awesome. Melissa has a quick question about the monthly boxes. So our monthly boxes, if anybody doesn't know, it's basically a box that comes out every month like a sewing club. It has a pre-cut project kit, extra fabrics, tutorial videos, downloadable sewing pattern, and tools and tips in it. And those start at about $35. It's going to depend on which option you choose. So Melissa, give me a second here and let me put up the web address for you. So here's the web address that you can go to. When you go to sewwhatbox.com, you can click on the Get Started button and then go through. It'll ask you a couple questions like how often you usually sew and stuff like that. And then it'll take you to a page that shows you all the options you have to choose from. There's 3 or 4, and then the pricing will all be right there. If you head there now, we're actually doing a promotion where you can get your first box free. And if you sign up in December, the first box will be sent January 1st through 4th. Okay. So I'm sure that all of you guys are super excited and looking forward to the tutorial that I have for you today. If you weren't here last week or you didn't see the link posted in our Facebook group, I went ahead and put the link to the downloadable pattern for this project in the About section of this video. So if you just look at, like if you're on YouTube watching this, you can look at the description and it'll show it there. And you can go and download that pattern after we're done doing this quick video. But, excuse me, if you are prepared and you have your pattern downloaded and your fabrics ready, then we're ready to go. I'm going to show you really quick what the project actually is, because I know I told you don't judge it because it's going to be a no-sew project and also it's going to be a scarf, but it's a bubble scarf and you just don't understand how cool this is. So this is what this looks like up close. And it's got these little fringes on the bottom. Okay, so up close, this is what it looks like. Each little piece that we cut out is going to kind of make a bubble, see? Now this one is a 16-piece scarf. And I know I mentioned that that's what I recommend for length. So I'm gonna pop back there so that you guys can see like my whole, like the whole scarf and see how long it is. So hold on. Okay, so this is the length of the scarf. So if this is the length on like a normal person that you're going for, you're going to want to have 16 of these bubbles cut out. And each bubble is one of these that you got with your downloadable pattern. So if you haven't gotten this downloadable pattern cut out, that's what you're going to want to do. Cut this piece out. And then the next step, I'll show you how to cut it out of the fabric. But this is our length for 16 bubbles. If you want it a little shorter, you can just do fewer bubbles. But, you know, this one you can definitely wrap around you and it's super warm. But I know that it's like an in thing now to have the shorter scarves. So you can make it longer or shorter, just play with it. And you can test it as we go and assemble it as well, to just put as many together you want and try it on to see if it's the right length. Okay, so I hope that helped you guys visualize what we're going to do. I see I've got one more comment. Let's see. Melissa says she used to be a customer. Oh, cool. You used to subscribe with us, Melissa. That's exciting. We've updated some of the things that we put in each box if it's been a while since you've been a subscriber. And we also updated some of the pricing tiers. So there's bigger discounts now if you sign up for like a commitment term. So that's something to look at our website as well, Melissa. Okay, so let's get into making this. First, we're going to get things cut. First things first, make sure you cut out your pattern piece. You are going to want to just cut all the way around the end, and remember that this short side gets cut on a fold. Now, depending on the size of the scarf that you want to make is going to depend on how many of these you're going to cut out from your fleece. But I typically like to use about 16 to make a really good long scarf that's going to be super cozy. So I'm going to take some of my fleece here and just make a little fold and go ahead and put this on the fold here centered. And then I'm going to cut out around the edge. You can use pins if you want. I'm just going to hold this in place. Now, remember, this does not have to be perfect. If you want to, you can go ahead and clean up some of these edges that might look a little choppy. The secret to that is remember to take really long cuts with your scissor, not short, choppy ones. Or if you want a really, really smooth looking edge, you can actually use a rotary cutter and there won't be any choppiness. Now the next thing that we need to remember to do is to cut this little line out that's in the center of your pattern piece. So we just want to get about in the center here. Fold this over so that I can cut through both of these. This is the easiest way I found, and just cut about an inch. It doesn't have to be exact. And then once we open this up, see, we can get through both. So mine might be a little bit bigger than on the pattern, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be exact. Then you're going to want to go ahead and cut all those pieces. Okay, so we got all the cutting instructions out of the way. I did go ahead and cut all the rest of mine just for the quickness of doing this tutorial. One thing you're going to want to know is you need to leave one of these that you cut without the hole in the center. And that's going to be the end, like one of the ends of your scarves, because that hole is what all these connect through. So make sure you leave one without a center hole. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to hop back over there behind this lovely table and kind of show you guys how we're going to assemble this. And there's a couple other things that we need to cut out. These awesome fringes, because we haven't cut those out yet either. Okay. So I have my pile of these bubbles. I am using 2 colors. You can use as many colors as you want. And then here's mine that doesn't have the hole in it. Now, you probably have some little scraps like these from the ends of your pieces. That's good because we're going to use our rotary cutter and cut some of these little fringes. This scarf has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side. So I'm going to cut 6 of each color, and then I'm going to alternate them. So mine, you can make these as long as you want. I'm going to make mine about 8 or 9 inches long, and I think about 1 inch or half of an inch is going to be the width that you want here. And they don't have to be perfect at all. I'm going to go ahead and go right in the middle and cut my strips at 3/4 of an inch because I'm a rebel. So there's 2, 3, 4. There's 4. I need 2 more here. Bear with me as I get these cut. And we actually won't use these until the end, but I'm going to, there's 5 and 6. I'm going to get these cut now so that we get all of our cutting out of the way, because cutting isn't the most fun part of sewing. So, are there any questions so far? If you guys have any questions on this tutorial, go ahead and comment them on this, just in the comments below this live video. And when I get done cutting this, I'll definitely look at those and see if there's any questions I can answer. But so far, I hope you're having fun. It's kind of weird, right, that it's not a sew project, it's a no-sew project. But it's one of the coolest scarves I've ever made. And I know you will love it too. And also the cool thing is they go together really, really quick. if you're looking for some last minute Christmas presents, or if you have like a craft night set up for the next few, like this weekend, I think is the last weekend before Christmas, but craft nights are super fun. And you could even have all these pre-cut and then just have all your friends make a bunch of scarves. That would be so fun. Okay, I'm going to take this off because it's actually pretty hot in my house. Okay, I have all those cut, and I'm about ready to put everything together. But before I show you how it all goes together, I need to show you guys a word from our sponsor. Okay, so that was just a quick about the monthly box that we actually talked about at the beginning of this video when I was chatting with you guys through the comments. I just had to play that. So now let's get back to our fun tutorial. So I cut all those strips. We're going to set those aside for now, and we're going to use these, and we're going to put our scarf together, all the bubbles. So we're going to start with the one, remember the one that you left without a hole? And since I have two colors, I'm going to alternate. So actually, you end with the one without the hole. Don't listen to what I said. Okay, so we're going to start with one with a hole. And now I think I'm having a blonde moment. I just made one of these, but now I can't remember. Okay, so we start with one with a hole. And we take another one with a hole. Okay, and the other one with the hole, we open it up like this so it looks like a butterfly. And then we're going to shove it through the hole in the first one. And pull it all the way to the skinny part is coming through the hole. And then you kind of like flatten it back out with the right sides facing out. And then you match up in this one that we just shoved through. We want to match up this hole again. And then we're going to grab another one with a hole and open it up and shove it through this hole till the skinny part. And then we'll close this. Make sure these are all matched up with these holes. And then we'll grab another one with a hole and fold it and stick it through. So you're kind of seeing how this goes, right? It's really very easy, but look, it's starting to look like a really cool bubble scarf. And so, see, this is what I'm saying. You can just put these together and see how it looks. And if this is the length you want, or if you want it longer as you go along, kind of like I mentioned at the beginning. I like to make mine about 15 or 16, and that's super long, but you know what? This one's like just down to my ribs, and that's almost a really good length. So I might just double this and then call that good. So fast forward, whenever you decide it's as long as you want, the last one that we'll put in is the one without the hole. So let me get one more in here, and then I'll put the one without the hole. Okay, so this is our last one with the hole that I'm going to put in here. We're grabbing one without the hole here, and we're going to put that through our last guy. And then we'll match these up. Now, we don't have a hole to match up, right, like we did on the last ones. So we're just going to kind of match up the curve around this edge here. So it's kind of matched up. And this, see, it's kind of looking like a scarf. So this is a mini version, but that's just so you don't have to watch me do all 16 of these bubbles. So the way that we hold this together, see, there's nothing that's holding it together, is with these that we tied. So since I have two colors, I was thinking that I was going to do like 3 of blue and 3 of that triangle on here, but I'm thinking that I'm actually just going to do all 6 blue on this one, and then when I do this side, I'll do all 6 of that black triangle color, so that'll be cool. So what you're going to do, if you want to do 6, you could do 3, you could do however many you want, but you want to cut along this kind of flat edge up here, you want to cut 6 or 3 or 4 or however many you do, 6 slits. Do not make the slits come off the edge. So we're going to basically do kind of like we cut those center holes. We're going to fold this down about 1 inch. And then let me find my scissors. Okay, there's my scissors. Then we're just going to cut kind of like up this. There's 1, 2. Mine aren't going to be even because I didn't measure this. Now the key is to make sure that they go through both layers here. So mine went through both on most of them, but not on these back ones. Okay, so now we want to line these holes up. And I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cut 5 because I couldn't count, so I'm just going to put 5 in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your little skinny thing and you're going to fold it in half, okay? And then this folded edge, you're going to stick through one of these holes. And then see how here's our little folded edge? We're going to stick our fingers through this and grab on these 2 loose edges and pull it tight. And see, now we've got frayed edges and a nice knot. So you're going to do that on all of these little slits that you made. Again, put the loop through the hole, reach through, and then pull both of those little ends through the loop. And if you get into this and you decide that you wanted longer pieces here, you can always just untie these and cut new longer pieces or thicker pieces. Beauty of the scarf, since there's no sewing, there's no seam ripping if you mess up. So that's really nice. Okay, let's see. It looks like I've got a comment here. Okay, so we're going to keep going, and you can see that it's starting to make like these little fringes on the end. So that's cool. That's what the end looks there. Now we're going to have to do the same thing on this other side, but since we see the folded edge over here, we're going to do it a little different. Remember, on this side, we had to fold it over and cut the slits so they didn't go off the edge. On this one, we are going to do kind of the same thing, but they've got to be a little bit closer. So we're going to fold this over like this and, cut this. I guess I did 5, so I'm going to make sure and do 5 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. Okay, so this one we've got our little, there, you can see that really good. So now we're just going to do the same thing with these. Through these holes, we're going to fold in half, stick this little loop through the hole, and then go ahead and pull these through the loop like so. And there we've got, whoop, there you go, you can see it there. We've got these started on this side, and then once you get all those done, you've got like frayed edges. So that was fun. Oh, I'm so glad that you love this scarf project, Adriana. Let's see. Yes, this is a good project to do with littles that maybe aren't quite old enough to use a sewing machine yet, but they want to craft something, so this is perfect. If you didn't get the downloadable pattern, you can go ahead and find that link in the about of this video. If you can't see that about blurb for some reason, go ahead and leave a comment and I will make sure to reply to you with the link to the downloadable pattern. But it's a really, really fun project and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's also going to be good if you are a monthly subscriber. We sent out some of this fleece in your box, and so you could use that for part of your scarf as well. Let's see, Martha says nice. Awesome, Martha. I'm glad that you think that this is going to be fun. All of you guys, I am excited to see the pictures of the scarves that you guys get finished. So this is pretty much the end of the tutorial. I've showed you all the steps. If you guys get into making your scarves and you have questions, go ahead and comment onto this video and I'd love to help you. Or you can head to our Facebook group if you're not watching from there, and you can post pictures and ask questions there. I'd love to see you guys all post pictures of your finished scarves. That would be so much fun. I'm going to go ahead. Let me put a banner up here of how you can find the, let's see, .com/. Okay, so this is how you can find our Facebook group. If you are not part of the Facebook group and you want to go in there and ask questions or post pictures of your finished scarves. I'm so excited to see these finished scarves, and I'm glad that you guys all joined me today. Again, you could go to sewitbox.com/group, and that'll take you right to the Facebook group, and then you can join there and post questions and pictures. And just a reminder, I have a poll question for us today. Yes or no? Were you lucky enough to get one of our 12 Days of Christmas collections? If your answer to that is no and you're sad that you had to miss out, don't fret, because I just finished designing a similar collection for Valentine's Day, except for instead of a 12 days, like 12 days of presents, it's going to be like a chocolate box. So, for Valentine's Day, you normally get chocolate boxes or cupcakes, I guess. But this is going to be, you open the chocolate box, and instead of chocolates, a lot of sewing presents. So I'm excited to announce that, and I'm going to have more details in the next few weeks. But just if that's something that sounds exciting to you guys, you won't want to miss out on that one. And we're only going to have a few available, actually, like maybe 30. So those are going to go fast. So stay tuned for more details on that. Okay. So I believe that is it for today. I will see you guys next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and I'm excited to sew with you guys next week. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.